Good morning and happy Monday. It is my first week as a full-time artist, so I'm just going to take you along with how the whole week goes, and it's just going to be a little bit of an adjustment period for me as I get into the groove of a good routine and just figure out how my new workflow works as an artist compared to my 9-to-5 job. So my goal is to keep my morning routine pretty similar, and really what that looks like is I wake up. I usually try to get a Peloton bike workout in and read my Bible and then eat breakfast. And then I'd always go straight to my laptop for my 9-to-5 right after that. So I'm going to try to start with more of my computer admin work that I need to do for my art, just to keep that familiarity of my morning routine to a computer. And then I want to use after that for all of my art production and other stuff that goes into my art business. So if you are an artist trying to figure out your routine or just want to know what I'm up to, I hope you stick around with me for the rest of the video. So with this being my first week, I kind of did this launch on my social media saying that I went full time and also that I changed my business name from Watercolor with Emily to Emily Winslow Art. And a few reasons for that. One, even though watercolor is still my favorite medium to work with, I do offer oils and acrylics, and the live wedding paintings that I do are all done with acrylic. And I think sometimes that kind of confuses people when my name was Watercolor with Emily, but my paint was acrylic with live wedding paintings. So I just thought Emily Winslow Art would tie things together better. And also I thought it would make finding me online a little bit easier when my last name was incorporated into my business. So today for my admin work, I am writing a blog. I am getting a newsletter sent out. So after I do this computer work, I'm gonna go outside and paint because it happens to be an unusually warm day here in Indiana. It's like almost 70 degrees. We always have one day of unusually warm weather and then it'll go back to cold. But I'm going to take this opportunity and do some oil painting outside. So let's get to work. Hi, buddy. This is Tom Tom, my neighbor's cat, and he likes to hang out with us. So he's gonna watch me paint, and yeah, we're gonna have a good time. So I already have my paint set up and my canvas ready to go. I think today I'm just going to do a pretty simple landscape painting. I haven't painted with oils in a long time, so I kind of just want to get a warm up and just do a pretty simple sky, pretty simple horizon line. So I don't really work off of a photo reference. I usually do simple landscapes kind of just out of imagination. So let's go ahead and get started. What should I paint today, buddy? So when I am doing oil paintings, and actually acrylic too, I love to start with a peachy undertone, and it just kind of helps bring the whole painting together and have, a cohesive color scheme. And it also just kind of makes it feel more natural to start painting. I don't know about you if you're an artist, but I always kind of get nervous to put that first stroke of paint on the canvas, and this kind of eliminates that kind of stress of that. It is Tuesday, and I'm going to start this morning by packing some orders and getting those shipped out to the post office. I'm going to show you what those look like. And then after that, I'm going to work on a commission for a farm that I've been working with. It is an 8-piece project, so I have already 5 of them done. But I still have a few more to go, so I'm really excited to show you what these look like because I love working with businesses that kind of align with the art that I already like to do. So I love working with farms and flower fields. So let's go ahead and get started with our day. So the first order I got was this Valentine's painting that I did last week. So I always like to put a plastic slip and a cardstock piece behind it just to keep it secure and make sure it does not get ruined in the shipping process. And then we're going to go ahead and add the shipping label. And then I also like to include a cardboard piece when I ship with folders, just so that keeps the artwork secure and it does not bend when it's being shipped. And lastly, I always include a little thank you note, just because I am a small business and every single order I get is so important to me, and I just want to tell people how thankful I am. So we're ready to go ahead and seal this one up. So this person ordered 4 of my indie prints. So this one, this one, this one, and this one. So I live in Indianapolis, and these are usually my most popular prints that people buy at markets, at the gift shops that I sell at, and just on my online shop. So I always make sure to have a good stock of these available. And we're ready for the post office. So when I'm back, we're going to work on my commission today. So here's what the farm paintings currently look like. I did some cute little animal paintings and then their farmhouse and also a greenhouse. So for the next commission piece that I'm doing for the farm, I am going to do an 8x10, and they wanted it to be like a map of their property. So they said I need to be a little bit creative with it. They gave me like an aerial view of their property, but they want each element. So like the farmhouse, the greenhouse, the barn, they want those to be like bigger than they appear on the map and not like an above view. So I think I know what they're talking about, but I'm going to sketch it out today and send them a photo of the sketch before I start painting, just to make sure I have it right. Okay, so here's the sketch so far, and from what I understood, they really wanted the elements, so like the greenhouse and the lodge and their house, they wanted those to be more front facing rather than from the top. That's like what the aerial view shows, is like the top. I took some other photos that they gave me and pieced it together, so we're gonna see what they say. I think that it looks a little empty in the middle, so I asked if they want me to like add some of the animals in there. I think that would look good. I just think it needs to be a little bit more balanced out, but we'll see. Hopefully I'll be able to paint this later in the week or next week after they reply. It is Wednesday, and we're going to be doing some oil painting today. So I've got my canvas all ready, and I've got my paint palette, which I love to use this paper palette, and it just makes it so much easier to clean up at the end. The only thing is I just need to make sure I portion the colors right and I don't use too much, because I am going to throw this away at the end. The smell of oils can kind of get a lot, so I make sure I open my window. Ideally, I do like to paint outside if I can, but it's a little bit cold today, not like it was on Monday. So this week I'm doing more oil paintings than I normally would. I have a few solo galleries hanging up, and I need to make sure I have a lot of paintings that are a little bit larger and able to be hung with a wire in the back. And some of my smaller watercolors usually have like a sawtooth hanger. So I'm just spending a lot of time this week painting bigger pieces. That way come March I have plenty of paintings, because I've got 3 shows coming up, so need to make sure I have plenty, and I'm probably going to be doing a lot next week as well, but I think I'll probably do more watercolor canvases next week. So let's go ahead and get painting. So like I said, on Monday I'm starting with my peachy undertone. My Monday painting is drying, and I need to add another layer or 2, so this one will also kind of take a few days. So I'm going to start with my base layer today, and then I'll probably have to let it dry and add another layer after as well. I love how oils turn out. They're just definitely more time consuming, but because I'm doing so many more oils than I used to, it's a part of the reason why I changed my name from Watercolor with Emily to Emily Winslow Art. You know, I think people would get confused when I did my live wedding paintings and used acrylics, and you know, my name was Watercolor with Emily, and they'd be like, oh, this doesn't look like watercolor. And I was like, you're right, it's not watercolor. I'm just happy to have finally made that change. I've been wanting to for a while. Okay, so now that my first layer is done, I like to take this brownish color and use that to kind of outline where like my horizon line is going to be, where the tree line, or if I'm, you know, doing flowers, which I think I will do for this one. So as you can see, the landscape is starting to be outlined, and I decided I'm going to kind of do like a little barn with rows of flowers, so I think it's going to be really cute. Good morning, everyone, and happy Thursday. I am just going to chat about what I'm up to today, and I'm starting off this morning by going through some of my emails. I got some inquiries this week for live wedding paintings in 2026, and that just sounds so far out to me. I know weddings are planned usually a year or two in advance, so that's about right, but the word 2026 just sounds so futuristic. So working through clearing my emails and also responding to some of the commission inquiries I've gotten. So once I'm done going through my admin stuff, I am going to jump over to YouTube stuff for most of the rest of the day. And I have a YouTube tutorial that I'm going to release next week, and it is a Valentine's Day one. So last week I had posted this collage of Valentine's watercolor elements, and I posted on my story and asked what people wanted to learn how to paint. And the most common answer was this flower pot. And I'm so excited to make a tutorial on it and show people how to paint it. So be on the lookout for that next week. And yeah, basically I'm just going to move on to getting my art studio ready for filming and go from there. I had to change into something pink because it's a Valentine's Day tutorial. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, my name is Emily Winslow, and okay, I'm taking a little painting break to make some homemade granola, which I've never done. I just have been craving granola, and we don't have any, and I don't really feel like going to the store, which also leads to my other problem in that I don't have all the ingredients. It said to spread the mixture out evenly onto a greased jelly roll pan. I have no idea what that is. Now, I see how it could possibly be a problem that I did not use rolled oats, because I think the rolled oats kind of help it clump together. You know how granola's clumped. So this is going in the oven at 300. It said for 7 minutes, so let's check back in. Here's our granola, and it's pretty good, but I think I'm going to put it over yogurt because that's really why I want a granola. I have plain vanilla yogurt, but I need something to put on it, so we're going to try that. I would say 5 out of 10. I think next time really needs rolled oats, not just old-fashioned oats. And I probably need the other ingredients, so I'll eat it, but it's still good. Just not something I would probably make again. Happy Friday, everyone. It is my last day in my first week as a full-time artist. So today I'm just going to talk about how it's been going and how the transition has been, and then also what I'm up to for the rest of today. So the transition from my full-time 9-to-5 tech job to being a full-time artist honestly has not been as weird as I thought. I think mostly because I did work remote for the last 5 years. So I think it would be a lot weirder if I was going into an office, or if I worked in a hospital or something, and then going from that to working in my home full-time. I think that would be strange. But the fact that I kind of learned how to manage a workday without a manager watching me, I think that has helped a lot with this transition. And I think the thing that is just going to take some time for me is how and when to use my time wisely. It's the time blocking of certain activities that I need to do for my business that I'm just going to need to take some time to figure out that routine. Something that you may be surprised to hear if you're not an artist is that as an artist, I'm not doing art all the time. There's a lot of things that go into an art business that you may not necessarily think of. Things like admin stuff, going through all of my emails, website admin, creating newsletters and blogs, stuff like, as you can see, YouTube. I love to make YouTube videos, and that takes a good amount of time out of my week. And then also things like looking into the future. I need to make sure I apply to art markets I want to attend. Applications open like 6 months in advance before an art fair even happens. So need to stay on top of that, and then also applying to exhibitions that I want to enter my art into. Every day is going to look different. Some days I may not do any art at all. Some days I may be spending the entire day doing art. I think that's the beauty of running your own business. So overall, I think that the transition has been pretty smooth. I will keep updating you and maybe make a month-in video. So make sure you leave any comments and questions over what it's like to leave a full-time corporate job for your small business, and I'd love to answer anything. Maybe I can do a Q&A video. But honestly, the moment I turned in my laptop was such a weight off my shoulders. I was like, thank goodness I do not ever have to log in to my company laptop again. I am just so overjoyed with being able to do art full-time finally. It's something I wanted for so long and prayed over for so long. So I'm thankful to have this opportunity and can't wait to see what we continue to do all year. So as for today, I am going to make it an art day because yesterday I did more YouTube admin stuff. And I'm just going to spend the morning doing some watercolors. I have, like I said, some solo galleries coming up, a few exhibitions, and of course art market season is right around the corner, a few months from now, but those are going to fly by. So I need to make sure I have enough stock for that. Let's go ahead and get started with the day. And here are all of the watercolor paintings I did today. So I did this cute little flower with a sky, little flower pot, and then this simple landscape, and then another landscape. So these are all going to be available at some of my coming markets. So I feel good about kind of restocking some of my inventory. So I was going to revisit some of my oil paintings after the watercolors, but I remembered I have this event coming up on Sunday. It's called the Stupid Cupid event. It's like this Galentine's event here in Indianapolis, and girls can come and get brunch and cocktails, shop little boutique businesses. And one of the things I'm offering there are live fashion sketches. So that is something I've never done before, and I wanted to practice doing it before the event. So here's a couple of the ones I practiced. And I had so much fun doing them. I think they're so cute. And I did make a larger one. That way I can frame it so people can come see it and know what I'm offering. So I'm really excited to see how that goes. I'm going to document it and post it on my Instagram, so you can follow me at Emily Winslow Art over on social media and see how that event went. And that really concludes the whole week. So I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me throughout the whole week, and comment below if you just have any questions about how it went, and I'd be happy to chat with you. But I had so much relief this week of not having to juggle my 9-to-5 job with my art, and I'm just looking forward to the rest of 2025. So if you haven't already, I'd love if you like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel. So I will see you in the next video, and until we paint again next time.